Guys, gals, and guests. Welcome to LGBT. Are we connected? Let's try this again. Is my signal good? Is the signal good? Do we have a good signal? Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. Hello, hello. Can y'all see me good? Is the signal good? Is the picture good? Give me a 1 in the chat if the picture is good. Give me a 1 in the chat if the picture is good. Thank you. Thank you. Happy Valentine's Day to y'all. And welcome to LGBTQ plus Singles Live. I'm still the fairy Puss. I'm still the host of this show. This is your girl, Bre Starr. Honey, thank y'all for being with me. Thank y'all for coming on through, honey. Great, great. I'm glad we got a good connection, honey. Not long ago, not many weeks ago, we had filmed a whole episode and the quality was trash. Fucking trash. It was, and so we're supposed to have a couple of people who are supposed to be coming back from that episode tonight. Yes, stick around, stick around. Should be interesting. And as always, if you're single in the chat, or if you're just a person who's interested in talking about love with your girl, honey, hit the request, send me a request. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Pisces King. I appreciate that because I have been questioning this look, but I said, we're going to switch it up. We're going to do a little switch up. And again, oh my God, Victoria in the building. Hey, I see y'all. Y'all is in here tonight. How is everybody doing on Valentine's Day, honey? We got to find y'all love on Valentine's Day, bitch. Honey, it's real out here, honey. We got to find y'all some love on Valentine's Day. I'm going to be honest with y'all. Y'all reminded me that it was Valentine's Day. I didn't even realize. I had that selective memory thing. I'm one of them crazy people who can pick and choose, when I want to remember stuff like traumatic shit. I don't remember it. Unless, of course, I want to blackmail you, and then I happen to remember all the details magically. Look, don't judge me now, honey. Judge your mother. We're all human in this world, in this life, in America. Honey, happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. Yes, honey. Yeah, I see you. I see you in the chat, honey. It looks like we're going to have a little bit of fun today. It looks like we're going to have a little bit of fun today. Yes, shout out to LA. Shout out to LA, honey. Yes. But I ain't going to give y'all the rundown of my boring shit, honey. I ain't been doing nothing but catching up on Housewives of Potomac. And if you watch it, I'm right when it start getting good, honey. After Karen's little birthday trip, the Grand Dame, after she put on her drag show that they couldn't pay the girl for, that they couldn't pay the drag queen for. What's her name? Jasmine Masters? Yeah. Couldn't pay Jasmine Masters to be on that show, could you, Angie? Blockhead ass over at Bravo. But I ain't going. All right, I can't talk about Angie. They cut my live when I start talking about Angie having a blockhead over there at Bravo. Hey, Angie at Bravo. Right? Okay. Let's get some people in here.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Can we see your face? Hello. Are you a tranny chaser? Oh, I don't see. It's funny. It's funny. I said I wasn't even going to use my page to expose tranny chasers, but baby, they set you up for it. Like if you seen my post recently, honey, the child. I told the child I was going to expose him, and what he do? Came in my DMs with his lace panties. Yeah, y'all seen it. Y'all seen it. It's a damn shame. The poor child had been in my DMs forever. I ain't gonna waste y'all time showing y'all all the messages. I ain't gonna waste my time screenshotting them, bitch. But child been in my DMs forever. So I said, I figure I'd respond. I don't know. This could be a child in need of services or anything because I've helped young adults, young queer adults find housing and all types of stuff. That's what I do for a living. And yeah, I told the child I was going to expose them. And typically, when you threaten them, honey, they run off and they block you and all that. So I'm like, yeah, do my job for me. But this child was like, no, here, give him some content. Mm. It's a it's a new breed. When we get off the live, Courtney, go check it out. Go check it out, honey. And I know y'all people be swearing up and down that I be racist. I don't know how a nigga this black could be racist, but child could barely speak English, but he could tell me about his threesome fantasy, hmm and send me the proof and send me the instructions. You know the pri- the priorities, the priorities. And I got some more stuff that I ain't even posted. It's somebody in here right now in the chat who is risking it all to try and shoot his shot at me. And he lived all the way in Cape Verde. I should have never made that video on Cape Verde. I should never made that video. Now I got a stalker that lives in Cape Verde. And it's sad because he's a handsome man and he got a girlfriend and a young son. And I sent his girlfriend, all the proof. I said I wasn't going to blast him because I didn't want to embarrass his family. I didn't want to embarrass his girlfriend. Looked like she got a decent job over there in Africa. Honey, the life of a trans woman, and y'all think it is all shits and giggles. Honey, I make it funny. I try and make it funny. I try and make it palatable. You know? hmm They don't, Courtney, baby. It ain't just niggas. It ain't just niggas. It's all of them with a penis don't know how to act, baby. Courtney. Mm. I don't know what it is. I think chemical castration should become more common. hmm Big pharma can provide. Big pharma can provide. Moon spirit. That's what she meant. She meant niggas as in all men. Okay, yeah, cause. All right, we gonna keep it moving with the show. We gonna keep it moving with the show. Where my girl go? Did they kick my girl out the live? Oh Lord, my girl was gonna come on and give us an update. My girl was gonna come on and give us an update. Said she got a date tomorrow, and it looked like either her man then knocks her, mm, or Instagram or Zuckerberger then knocked her. Miles, I'm gonna bring you up, and if we have time, there's a couple people who claim that they wanted to come up, but I wanted my girl to tell us about her date, honey. Victoria, I don't know if y'all remember Victoria from Victoria Date Tips. Hello, how are you?
Hi, Bre. I'm doing all right. How are you?
I can't complain. Happy Valentine's Day.
That's tomorrow.
Oh,
But you too. I don't celebrate it, so.
well, you see that I wasn't lying when I was saying that I haven't been posted on the Valentine's.
Yeah, you know, I do things for my lady every day.
As you should. I dig it. But let's get right into it because, we had horrible reception the last time.
Sure.
Give the people your name and pronouns.
Sure. I'm Amanda, and I use she, her.
And
But I'm misgendered all the time, and it does not bother me. What are you going to do?
I love that edit little tidbit. How do you tend to react to being misgendered?
Usually people will realize their error within like a couple seconds, and then they get flustered, and then I'm sort of like settle down, like move on. You know what I mean? Like,
How old are you and where are you from?
I'm 45. I live in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm. Share your zodiac with us, please, or your B-Day.
Oh, it's June 8th. I'm a Gemini. Yeah.
That was something that I didn't remember from the first time you were here, that you were a Gemini. But I get along well with Geminis,
Okay,
and this is
good.
Amanda, aka Manders. Can you share your sexual orientation with us as well?
Sure. I'm gonna say I'm a butch lesbian this time around. But you know what? You know what? But I put queer in a lot of my like social media profiles, just to be a little bit more inclusive, and like, you put lesbian in, you're gonna have a chance it's gonna be a turf or something, or a second waiver. I don't know. It worries me, so I just put queer in a lot of my social media profiles.
Not sure if you noticed one of my more recent posts, but there seems to be a trend of turf radicalism in the Black woman community right now.
Oh, I was not aware of that, but it is prevalent in the white lesbian community as well. Like, I feel like there's, I don't know, there's like a resurgence of it or something.
Don't talk about it too loud, and don't talk about it too much, because if this continues to carry on, and if somebody tries me after this latest post, then I'm just going to let them know that they're following a movement started by white women. They're going to shit on themselves because they little. You already know, friend. We ain't going to get into it. That ain't what this is about. What do you do for a living, man?
I'm currently not working. So.
And are you single?
No, 15 years. Well, 15 years in May.
How long were you single before you met your partner?
There was only like a year and a half gap between my relationships. So, for a while it was like, am I a serial monogamist? Which I think I was for a while, although I'm, really committed now. So, but that was a tough year and a half. It was like right after my mom passed away. I don't know if you remember me saying that. And so, although I sort of let loose a little bit, I still took a lot of time. I took a lot of serious time to myself.
That's okay. And yes, I do remember that. Not sure if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but I will remember the trauma.
It was, yeah.
And are y'all married, engaged?
Nope.
Do y'all have any kids?
No. No. We have a dog and a cat.
So by the way you responded, I'm assuming that kids are a hard no for y'all.
Hard no. Since I was young, it was a hard no.
Why, Landers?
I just like being able to do what I want. And I mean, I did work at a daycare for a while when I was younger, and that was really fun. Like, it was really, kids are really, I like them. I think they're really funny. And, you know, my nieces were hilarious growing up. But now I I'm 45, I can barely take care of myself.
Mm, mm.
I mean, I'm just realistic about it.
I get that. I get that. And I also understand not wanting to be an older parent by the time your children hit adulthood, or not wanting to be a senior parent when your children hit adulthood.
Right, exactly.
I am curious though. You said that y'all have been together for 15 years and no ring, ain't nobody putting a ring on it or none of that.
No.
Are y'all one of those couples who are kind of against traditional marriage?
My partner is pretty against it. She's pretty against it. And I just don't care that much to be like, come on, please. You know, like, we have a really great thing going, and like, I don't even feel the need to do that. I do think we need to get some sort of like legal stuff in place. That was mentioned last time. I think we still need to do that. It's a really good idea. But as far as like having a wedding or even like going to a judge or something, nah.
I get it. I get it. As long as y'all are on one accord, that's all that matters.
Yeah, and I totally respect other people's decision to get married. Almost all my friends are like married with kids. So,
Do you kind of want it at all?
being married with kids?
No, being married.
Oh. I think in the beginning I kind of did, but the more, boy, every year that we've been together, it's like a deeper level of intimacy and a less need for that sort of like outside, reception of it.
Like outside validation.
Thank you. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah.
Okay, great. I completely get that. I completely get that. So could you share a little bit about your partner? I'm assuming your partner's your partner's a woman, because
Yes.
you formerly identified yourself as a butch dyke, this time a butch lesbian.
Well, here I had a heart to heart about it. And I was like, that is, in retrospect, that is super generational. And, maybe there's a time and a place for it. And I don't know, especially if you are having like young LGBTQ singles on here, like maybe that's not the time and place for it. Like maybe that was a little insensitive.
I'm at the end of the day, you're the person to call the shots. For me,
Yeah.
being the host, I created the show only to document.
Yeah.
To document the community.
Well,
And
I'm sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
no, and I want you to have the freedom, and anybody who comes on the show, I want you all to feel free to be your full self. Regardless
sure.
of what you do, say on this live, people are going to be critical. People are going to criticize. So why not have people criticize you for being completely you, your full self, than being a stifled version of yourself?
That's fair.
Because
that's fair.
There's a lot of super sensitive people online, mental health issues. And they get up in arms about any and everything, whether they understand it or not. whether they understand the context or not, whether they understand the nuance or not. And some people just want attention. You know,
Yeah.
when I first came online, I used to pick on a lot of people. I've deleted those videos, but I used to pick on a lot of people just because they had bigger followings than me and I wanted eyes on me. So, you know, but they can kiss your ass. If you want to identify as a butch dyke, that is completely your identity. I identify as a tranny. There's a lot of people who don't like that. They can kiss my ass. They can suck my dick. They can do multiple things. But on,
I love you.
I want to know about your partner. I want to know about this woman.
She's amazing. She's gorgeous and she's brilliant. She has her master's in education. So she was a teacher for 20 years, and now she's doing mentoring for other teachers in Milwaukee public schools. So, you know, 20 plus years at MPS. And she's really great. She's like very serious, anti-racist educator. She's very serious. Well, she started and ran the GSA for a really long time at her school, right? And she did like Amnesty International. Like, she's really committed to fighting the good fight and teaching Milwaukee kids, you know?
Manders, the way you fawn over your love, it sounds like you could be a bit of a sapiosexual. Is that one of the things that turns you on about her intellect?
Yeah. Yeah.
I,
Sometimes when she gets going, I'm just like, wow.
I dig it, and I completely respect it because, you know, I'm a lot of personality to deal with. 9 out of 10 times, if somebody can deal with me, it's because they appreciate my intellect. Honey, the looks wear off when you got a big personality involved.
You have a fantastic personality.
Thank you, thank you. How old is your partner? I'm curious. You said you're 45.
She's also 45, yes.
But
will forever remind me that she's 6 months younger.
as you should.
This is what happens when you start to get older. You go back to like counting months.
Yes, honey. Yeah, you kind of revert. Like, yeah, my baby is 37 months and 3 days. And then, you know, you become a senior citizen and you like, no, I am 79, 11 months and 12 days.
Exactly.
How did y'all meet, Manders?
She owned at the time she owned a small feminist bookstore, and I got back in touch with an old ex of mine who was now dating her. so like I met her through this ex of mine, which we were very, you know, we were very cordial, and so that was, you know, that was too bad that I fell in love with my friends.
So you and your ex became friends.
We were friends,
okay.
Yeah. And we reconnected. Like she went a little bonkers and went into the military and stuff, and but we reconnected, and she was doing a lot to work on herself. So.
So you and your ex were friends, but y'all were broken up.
Right.
And your ex was dating your current love?
Correct.
And you ended up falling for your ex/friend's lover. How long were they together?
Not very long. And I will say it was like a really almost a verbally abusive relationship. Like my ex was like not being good. In fact, at one point when we were just still friends, I I mean, maybe this is too much. Who's all in here? Maybe it's too much to say on an Instagram live. But you know, I was like concerned. I was like, is anything happening? Like, are you safe? So I don't really feel too bad about that.
So,
I treat her well.
so you're talking about the ex. You were concerned about the ex's safety at one
No,
point.
I was concerned about my current partner's safety when she was with the ex.
Oh, gotcha, gotcha. But you said that the ex was in the military and had dealt with some mental health
Yeah,
things.
it got pretty ugly.
Mm. It's sad. I have mixed feelings about soldiers, but I knew that if I ever had children, I would encourage them never to be soldiers because I feel like it's very similar to athletes. We kind of, as a society, we kind of suck them up and spit them out.
Exactly.
We use them for what they're good for, and then they're completely neglected once their bodies are no longer good for what we needed them for.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that with the Super Bowl recently.
I think about that commonly with sports in general, and I dated an athlete and a trans guy. Don't for all the people thinking it's some DL athlete. No, it was a trans guy who competed pre-transition as a woman, um, and yeah, after his transition is what ended his career, and yeah,
Wow.
so it's messy. It's messy. I know how it goes. How did oh yeah, you just told us how did y'all meet. How did you know though?
Oh, I don't know how to explain that. It was like a soul explosion. It was like, I mean, Bre, it was like breathtaking.
I I've been fortunate enough to have that happen in my life before, so I get it. And for all those who don't get it, I would definitely say be open to love, be open to romantic love because
Yeah, I
that
was not looking for it.
that that type of love is something that I think everybody should experience at least once in a lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's one of the motivations for doing this show. At the time when you met your partner, were you looking though?
No, no.
Were you typically the type to look?
Yeah.
When, when,
I would say I would say yes.
how did,
It's fun flirting. I was really good at flirting when I was young and cute.
you're still cute, Manda. Stop it. But that's typically how you met people in person. You met people in person and you turned on the charm, used your personality.
Yes. Yes.
I take it. I take it.
Although that's, you know, I got to tell you, it's really hard for me. I'm very shy. So I think part of that is like intrigues people with how sort of quiet I am at first. And it takes me a while to like open up a little bit. And then, yeah, and then I can throw it on. But I'm sincere when I do it. Like, I'm not a bullshitter, you know.
No, no, no. I get the impression, and I could completely be wrong, but I get the impression that you may be one of those people I call fake shy. It's like
No, no, it's real.
I, I believe that it's real. I'm gonna tell you about me. I'm what I consider fake shy. It's weird because like I feel more comfortable speaking to a room full of people than I do actually being in the room mingling with the people. If that makes sense. Like I have a personality, but whenever I'm in a group of people, I have to assess
Yeah.
everybody else's personality before I turn mine on.
Yes. Yes. I have to gauge the room in its entirety, person by person, to
Hmm.
get the vibe.
Yes, I have to know that. I have to know if this is a crowd where I could say nigga. I have to know if this is a crowd where I could stand on the table. I have a crowd where I could get naked and do a Vogue film performance.
I mean, right?
You know,
Any of those things are welcome in our city.
you don't know what you get when you get in a film queen. You know, you have to.
I know. That's why I love it.
When you met your partner, Manders, were you ready?
I worried about that initially. I did. But that went away really quickly. It was a really intense initial start of our relationship. Like it was on fire.
It was kind of quick. Everything happened really fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
The lesbian trope. The third date was a U-Haul.
Yes, ma'am. That is what happened. I am a walking stereotype sometimes, but you know.
We all can be. We all can be, honey. The only long distance relationship I've ever been in was with a woman. So, the lesbian dynamic can be quite intense.
Mm-hmm.
It can be quite intense.
Yeah.
Did your partner fit any of your deal breakers at the time that you met her?
Did she have any deal breakers?
Your deal breakers, did the deal breakers that you had, because you said that you were scared or hesitant in the beginning. So
I think I was really nervous about getting my heart broken, you know. And I knew also that I was still in a grieving process, right? So I wanted to be careful about that. But wait, what was the question?
I didn't really have one. I was just trying to get some tea out you. I, I was trying to figure out, I'm curious if, because, with a lot of relationships, and when I have when I have the singles on here, I ask them about deal breakers. So I'm curious.
Oh, right.
Curious if you had any deal breakers or any, like, is there anything about your partner that you typically wouldn't have looked for?
No. I would say I was not initially used to being such a homebody. She's a little bit more of a homebody. Not on the weekends. She can get wild, but during the, and it makes sense, after all of these years, like being a teacher they're exhausted. They're exhausted during the week. So but that's far from a deal breaker, that was far. Nah. I mean, like if you're mean, that's a deal breaker. If you're a dick, I'm gonna boot you.
I get it. What would you consider your greatest strength?
Oh, I think last time I said that I try to be my like most authentic self, and I think that still stands true. I'm also I would say I try to be a really active listener.
What would you say is your greatest weakness?
That I don't give myself, enough credit for some of the stuff I've gone through. I don't give myself enough credit for actual strength that I think I do have.
I can relate.
Mm-hmm.
Are you more do you play more of a dominant or a submissive role in your relationship?
I think although Amy wears, skirts and stuff, she wears the pants in the family.
But can you repeat yourself? I didn't hear you. You said that you're more submissive, but she's the
She's
femme.
yeah, she's definitely femme, but she probably is the dominant one in our relationship. I mean, just talking about day-to-day life.
I take it. I take it. I take it. You know, as femmes, we can
I
be.
love it. Take control, man. I'm down. I got your back then.
I dig it. I dig it. I dig it. Do you believe? Would you say that sex is important?
Yeah, but I do think that there's a new kind of intimacy that comes with um much longer term relationships. Um and so it's probably less important than like when I was 30, right? But it's still important. Mm-hmm.
And are y'all a monogamous or a non-monogamous relationship?
Oh, we're very monogamous. Yeah.
Do y'all do PDA? Is PDA a thing for y'all?
Sometimes, yeah. Depends on where we are, what the situation is, where we're at.
And did either of you have to relocate to be together?
No, we lived a mile apart when we met.
Is there any advice, anything that we didn't discuss that you would give to us queer singles out here dating?
Trust your instincts, I think, is a big one. And really listen to people when you're talking to them. Sometimes, sometimes there's more going on with people than you would initially think, and that can be really interesting and surprising, I think.
I take it. I take it. So how can the people reach you, Manders? The people are already falling in love with you in the chat. How can the people reach
Oh, that's really sweet. I'm hello underscore man. No, hello underscore again underscore Manders on Instagram. And then on TikTok, I am hello underscore Manders.
And I'll repeat on Instagram, it is hello, HELLO underscore, again, AGAIN underscore Manders, MANDERS. Thank you for coming back, Manders. Thank
Yeah, I'm
you
glad
back.
it worked. I'm glad it worked this time.
Absolutely, absolutely. Though I swear I do miss the drunken interview. I think it was really good.
I feel like I was a hot mess last time, so this is better. I'm
Baby,
glad that did not get posted.
baby, you know when I'm a hot mess, that's when the content goes viral.
That did not need to go viral for me.
I appreciate you, Manders. I appreciate
Oh,
the,
I
the
appreciate you
endless
so much.
support. And one of these days I'm going to be in Milwaukee to see you.
You're going to hate it, but you're so welcome here.
I'll make it fun, Manders. I'm telling you, I can make a party anywhere I go.
I believe that 150%. Okay, bye, love.
Talk to you later. Yes, honey. I had to bring Manders back. I love Manders' energy. That is my friend, honey. Yes, yes, yes. Who else we got in here? Who else we got in here? Miles, you coming up? Miles, you got an update for us, Miles. Great job. What is going on, Miles?
Nothing much. I'm just here. Literally, my broke down. I'm going to school. So I'm just here, just trying to figure out what to do now. But yeah,
Miles, it is giving glitch. It is giving like you is caught in the Matrix, honey. We still in Lego blocks.
Can you see me now?
Yeah, we can see you, but it's just the quality is giving boom cack. You know.
Boom, cat. Da, 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 da. Can you see me? Is it better? I'm gonna try to. Let me leave, and I'm gonna try to request again.
Okay. Baby, I don't know what happened, honey. It looked like Miles was in the car wash or something. Honey. Hey, honey, what's going on?
Hello. It has been a while. How have you
Got an
been?
update for us.
Relationship wise, not really. Well. Let me correct myself because every relationship is a good relationship, especially a self relationship. So, as far as having a partner or in a relationship physically with somebody else, I'm not in that. But a main takeaway that I got from our conversation the first time we had is sort of kind of something that I'm doing for myself, I think that, and I was watching after I got done watching you. I was watching this one lady. Her name is Ian Levans, and she had this segment about being excited and being really excited for yourself.
You was
So I was
fix
just,
my life.
yes, ma'am.
You like Iyanla.
I do.
Which
I really, really
which
do.
which episode have you seen so far that really stuck out to you?
That's the episode that I'm actually talking about. It was with, who was it? Um, what is that lady's? It's the lady from Love and Hip Hop, Althena, and the other lady from Black Ink Crew, Duchess. It,
Oh, oh yeah, they
you
was
know this?
yeah they
Yeah, the segment where she was just
both
like, "Go ahead, ask it. Go ahead, ask it. Go ahead, ask it." And she was
yeah
like,
they
"Who are you?" And I was like,
actor. They was both
"Yeah,
non-fast bitches. That's why they got one episode. Didn't they get one episode together?
I think so."
Yeah,
Yeah, one episode, all three of them,
they both
because it
got
was
there
like a third
to
one.
fix their life. Have
Yeah.
you have you done any research? Have you looked up either one of them and seen where they are now?
No, no shade, no tea. Um, it was like it was the main thing that I got from that episode was that segment when she was just like go ahead ask me, and then the lady was just like, who are you? And then she went into this whole spiel about who she was and what her purpose was. That really stuck out to me because I was thinking, she has a point. If I have to be really excited and really take care of myself if I want somebody else to notice how well that I take care of myself and how much I love myself. And so that's what I did. Like when anybody asked me, "Are you in a relationship?" I said, "Yeah, I'm in a good relationship with myself. I love myself. I'm in love with myself."
And you better love yourself because I'm serious. That's how you attract the energy that you want. I mean, you know, look at Iyanla. She had to love herself. Honey, look at Althea. She better love herself. Look at Duchess. When you don't love yourself,
Who else is gonna love you?
no motherfucking body. That's why I'm struggling to think of any relevancy about Althea or Duchess outside of what you said.
Oh my gosh. But yeah. But it's been really good. Also, career wise, I've been doing like lot, a lot of networking. So I'm really excited about. So it's just been this is my year. This is like my year. Like I'm really excited for the future, and I'm really excited. Um, I just can't wait. And it was great. It was also, like I said, I really have to thank you for the conversation that we had the first time, because it really sort of kind of set an eye opener for me. Because I was really thinking, wow, the person that I want to be with, they sound like a really good person. So I need to match that same energy. I have to reciprocate that same energy. I have to put that energy out there in order for me to receive it. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to take care of myself. I'm going to be nice. I'm going to, just
I'm
I'm just going to be excited.
I'm glad you got that from the conversation, because that's honestly one of the reasons I wanted to do this show, because I wanted people to be able to look back. And a lot of things, a lot of times when we say things out loud, it resonates differently when we actually look at ourselves saying some of the shit that we say out loud. It
Right.
resonates a lot differently. A lot of times you look at yourself saying shit out loud and you be like, I'm a whole motherfucking fool,
Right.
and sometimes it's necessary for growth. You know what I mean? There are people who, for it, since we were talking about Iyanla, as you keep watching your Iyanla journey, I would recommend that you do research on the people who's been on the show, because you will see that the problem ain't Iyanla.
It's
Sometimes
them.
people have fixed their lives and taken their advice, and sometimes people haven't. Sometimes people see that they a whole motherfucking fool and they pull it together. Sometimes people see that they a whole motherfucking fool and they join the circus.
hmm that was the main thing, because I had literally after that I had a whole talk with a friend, like one of my really close like homegirls were like this. She's my right hand, and we were talking about relationships, because we went to the same college. But she was in a class higher than me. She was like a senior and I was like a junior. So we were talking about it, and then I had to let her know, and I said, the problem isn't you. It wasn't the advice that you were giving people. It was people not willing to take the advice that you were given. So it was literally just a cycle. And even so, I even took it a step further, and I said, mainly, and also to take it a step further, they didn't want advice. They wanted you to just be be that shoulder for them.
And that's why, and that's a good point that you bring up. Um, and something that I've learned in being a counselor is that people don't always want advice. People don't always need advice. A lot of times we have to ask people exactly what they want from us. Now, the
Exactly.
real comes in when someone cannot tell you what they want from you. Now
Right.
that have a real problem. But if someone is in need and you want to help them, and they tell you that the only thing they want is an ear to vent to, the only thing they want is a hug while they vent, then that's your decision to decide to if you can offer that or not. But when somebody's in need and you ask them, how can you help them? What can you do for them? If they can't tell you, then maybe it's one that Jesus want them to fight by themselves. I don't
Right.
know.
And that was the main thing that I had to, like you said earlier. I realized that a lot of people, like we said before, a lot of people, they don't want their life to be better, but they want somebody that's going to validate them in their place. They want somebody that's going to validate them and be like, oh, yeah, this person did do you wrong, or yeah, I feel so bad for you, or let me be like. And that's what I had to realize. I had to realize, you know what? I can't want all this stuff. I can't want so much and do very little about it. I can't say that I want this perfect relationship, or I want this career, and I want this and I want that and I want all of these lavish things if I'm not willing to work for it. I can't say that I don't want this person who's not bigoted, or who's an activist, or who's creative and who's just this intellectual person, if I'm not becoming an activist, if I'm not challenging my intellect, if I'm not being creative. I have to
Mhm.
want I have to want it for myself first before I want it from somebody else. Because the only person who can give it to me perfectly the way I want it is me, myself, and I.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And when you and as you grow, and you'll learn this and you'll see this, as you grow and as you develop into your full self, you will attract like energy. You will attract it in friendships, you will attract it in chosen family, and you will attract it romantically too. Also, another little tidbit I'll leave with you: when you do start dating, and or as you're dating, um and you notice if there becomes a pattern of a type of person that you notice that you're really not into, or you really don't want, but it's a pattern. You keep seeing this consistently pop up with different people that you attract, then that might be something that you need to work through, because there may be something about you, there may be something about your energy, there may be something about your approach or your communication styles that is attracting these traits that you dislike, or that's incompatible for you.
Right, right. Most definitely, most definitely. That's something that I also took away from our conversation. Because, like I said before, if I want all of these qualities, I have to display them for myself. If anything, I can't just expect somebody to act a certain type of way if I'm not following through with that behavior.
Yeah,
I can't tell.
like I don't want to date tranny chasers, so I had to stop making grinder profiles.
I also had to stop grinder profiles.
Mhm.
Grinder profiles are not good. They're not good for me. They're not.
But tell the people how to get in touch with you, love. I'm about to get out of here and catching up on the Potomac girls. So tell the folks how to get in touch with you.
Oh, just reach me. My Instagram is Pisces King 319. My TikTok is the same as well, Pisces King 319. So,
Pisces King 319, all one word, honey. Oh, and give the people your name and pronouns, love.
um, my name is Brandon. Pronouns are he, him, they, them.
And this is Brandon, y'all. Pisces King 319, my friend Brandon, honey. All right, Brandon, thank you for coming up and updating us, honey.
Just wanted to say you are beautiful and that you are amazing. You are opulent and you deserve all the magic. Love you.
Thank you, Brandon. And it's like genuinely who keep me going, who keep me moving.
Of course. Much love.
Baby, I'm about to go catch back up on these Potomac girls. Everybody already know the Potomac tea except me. Shout out to my bro. Shout out to my brother Sean. Baby, it's getting spicy, Sean. I'ma be in your DMs letting you know what I see these hoes out here doing. Yes, honey. Thank y'all for tuning in, baby. I know my energy is a little low today. I'm heavily medicated, but I appreciate all of y'all, and I love all of y'all for supporting your girl. Even y'all who don't want to be called sis, it's fine. You still my sis. Peace, love, and blessings.